So today, I've already filled out the vocab with you. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start shading. What I would like is everybody to have that number 2 pencil. If you haven't gotten one, go get one. And that's what it looks like. And I'm going to sharpen mine real quick. You're only allowed to use the number 2 pencils and the pencil sharpeners. They're located all around the room, behind you, to the left, to the right. And now I want you to hold your pencil like you're about to drop it. Okay? 1 thumb and 4 fingers. Everybody needs to do it like this. Yes, like this, like you're about to drop it. Hold it in your hand, not a mechanical pencil. Go get a number 2 pencil. There's a bunch of them right here, or if you have your own. And then you're going to use the side of your pencil. I'm going to zoom in. I'm trying to teach you how to draw, so if you're not following directions, it's no wonder your work will look sad. And then you're going to lightly put your pointer finger here. And you're only going to use the side of your pencil, and you're barely grazing the paper. I went a little dark at first. I have to fix that by just going with less pressure. So you're using the side of your pencil, and this is how we're going to shade our portrait. So everybody needs to practice this. You can do light circular motions. You can rotate your paper. It's not supposed to be dark. I'm off camera. Thank you. Okay, as best as you can in that square. And then the next one, I'm going to go a little bit darker with a little bit more pressure from my pointer finger. In one direction is probably best, and then I'll flip it over and go the other direction to make it even darker. See, right now they look kind of the same. So now I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to go across using the side of the number 2 pencil, not the point. I'm going to come around and check your work in just a minute. I am checking to make sure you are drawing with the side of your pencil. And then I'm going to do the next square, square number 4. And I'm adding a little more pressure with my pointer finger. And it's kind of layering. I'm going a little circular motion, whatever it takes. It's still a little too similar to the square next to it. So I'm going to go ahead and go diagonal to help me get some heavier pencil work in here. Some of you jumped ahead, and that was a no-no. You're supposed to do this along with me, so you do it right instead of wrong. You don't want to assume and guess. You want to follow the directions, the technique way. If you did it ahead of me, maybe I should make you do another one. Now I'm going to apply more pressure with my pointer finger. I always rotate my paper. It helps me. You never want to smear your hand in your pencil work. You can lay down a piece of paper as well to protect your hand from smearing. I'm rotating it all different directions, and we're trying to stay nice and clean within the box. We're taking our time. In this class, we're not slopping things together. Make sure that it appears darker than the last one. That was pretty good. Now I'm really going to press down without breaking the lead off. So we're practicing drawing techniques with that number 2 pencil. Like I said, mechanical pencils are a no-no when it comes to drawing. I'm going to rotate this so I stay within my squares. Just keep layering till it really has a nice transition. Practice circular motions. That's always good. And just kind of crispen up my edges, make it nice and pretty. Now, this is called a value range. I'm gonna number them at the top. This is number 1. That's the white of the paper. This is number 2. This is number 3. Number 4, 5, and 6. And when I'm done, I'm gonna label this full, F-U-L-L, value, V-A-L-U-E, range, R-A-N-G-E, full value range. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to finish this, and then we're going to start shading the sphere together. And then we'll be done with this worksheet. And we're like going to be professional shaders after this, right? Yes. I love that Kiana's humoring me. Yes, Miss Brown, I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Tell me the magic of drawing. This is it. We went for a long time with you guys just freestyling on the back of your sketchbook, showing me what you knew before, showing off your artistic skills. Some of you had some of you didn't. And now you're learning a bunch of tools for your tool belt, and I cannot wait to see what you do with your sketchbook cover. So I'll give you one more minute. I'm going to walk around. That's not how I drew the numbers. How can all of you do it totally different? Oh, on your worksheet, you don't have my worksheet's different than yours. Yeah. That's weird. I didn't know that. Ooh la la. Very good. Ooh, that's beautiful. Thank you. If you don't do a full value range when you're drawing and shading, it's no wonder your artwork will look flat. Gorgeous. You guys are killing it. No. Yes. Hello. Here. All right. Everybody should have a number 2. Nobody is shading with a mechanical pencil. That's like a major number. Now, if you have a backpack on your table, this shows me trouble, right? So we don't want to have backpacks on the table. I want to be able to see everybody's words quickly. It slows me down when you have a backpack on the table. Excellent. Killing it. Loving it. Good job, everyone. Thank you. All right, I'm just making my rounds, getting my exercise. I've got to get my steps in. Now, we're going to go ahead and shade this sphere. This is no joke. So, what I'm going to do, bear with me, hold up, wait a minute. I'm going to do this with you, so calm down. It's very important that we all are paying attention, okay? So, hold your pencil like you're about to drop it. Show me, nice and high. I want to make sure everybody's got that number 2 pencil. Let's see, wake up. All right. Now, in the air, are you paying attention? We're going to lightly practice drawing a circle. Draw a circle. Wax on, wax off. The other direction. Wax on, wax off. Okay. So we're practicing the motion. No, not big old hula hoop. A little circle. So watch me. I'm like about to drop it. It's barely in my hand. If you don't press hard, you don't draw hard. We want to draw lightly. We're going to master drawing lightly. So watch me first. You want to watch. And what's crazy about it is I got to get it in the middle of the square. Okay? Can I move this? Sorry. So I know that I need to, hold on, you better be waiting. I need to put a guideline. It's about a ½ an inch from the bottom, right? So I put a little guideline as light as I can, right there. And then I know it's almost to the top, so I put another guideline right there. There's two little guidelines. I love guidelines, they're my friends. And I know that it ends about an inch, a little bit more than an inch, inch and a half. So I'm going to put a little guideline here and a little guideline here. So there's 4 guidelines. Does everybody see that? This is why I don't want you jumping ahead, because you think you know it all and you don't. Because then you're going to make your circle too big or too small. You want to wait for the teacher. Okay, Miguel? Never jump ahead like you guys did with the value rate. I saw you. I saw you in the corner of my eye. All right, so now we're going to pretend that motion, roughly about that size in the air. And then we're going to kind of pretend to draw it in the air here above it to get used to the size. And watch me first. I'm barely grazing the paper round and round, over and over, until I'm happy with that shape. Look how light it is. You better do it light. Don't be pressing hard. This brown's going to come for you. You got to do it flat on the table, I would say. That makes it easier. Yeah. If you have like a little thin folder and you want to draw on a little thin folder because maybe the table's kind of textured, that's always good. If anybody needs a thin folder, get one for your worksheets and everything. I have a box of them. Where did I put them? While you guys are practicing lightly drawing. Or I would say go to Target or Walmart or whatever and get yourself one. They're right here. These are old crusty ones. They're free. You can have one. And that way you can keep all your stuff organized in there. We don't want to lose them, right? Because you have to photograph and document everything on your autobiography. So here's some if you want free ones. Some of them are pretty good. Several of them are pretty old and crusty. Okay, so everybody lightly drew the circle until we're happy with the shape, round and round. Okay, so now that I've lightly drawn the circle round and round, now I'm going to kind of go darker, just a little bit. And look at how I'm doing it. I'm doing it kind of curvy. And then I'm rotating with the side of my pencil. There's a method to my madness, and I'm pretty successful, so I listen. Okay, so I'm just kind of side to side, curvy with the side of my pencil, because we've been practicing drawing with the side of our pencil. I'm rotating it, and I'm just making it a little darker. Okay, so now I'm pretty happy with the placement of it. Gorgeous, Miss Brown, gorgeous. Raise your hand when you're done. Okay, we're going to wait a little longer. There's a few people, only 2 are done. That's okay, I want you to take your time. So we're practicing how to sketch. Sketching is the root in the beginning of all drawing. If you can't sketch, you're going to have problems drawing successfully. And it's very gestural and loose. We're not holding that pencil hard and heavy anymore. Those days are gone. That's so kindergarten.
This?
Loose, yeah.
It's kind of harder though.
It is. You're reteaching your brain. Yeah, it's always hard at first. Anything is hard at first. When you learn how to ride a bicycle, when you first learn how to swim, it's hard. And then you learn it, and then you get strong. You got to practice, right? So we're practicing on these worksheets first to kind of get this whole gestural drawing situation down. We're going to practice this a lot. Okay, are we done with that circle?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So now what I would like to do is I'm going to practice this ellipse shape. So instead of a circle in the air, I'm gonna draw a oval sideways. I'm practicing in the air, getting used to it. Okay. When I look at the picture, I know that it ends about this line. It starts right here. I like to put guidelines, so I place things in the right spots, and it ends right about here. So I put a line here, 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 and here. You guys all see that? So I'm mapping out these little like guidelines. They're very light tick marks, but they're very gestural. To map out my oval. All right, yes. Go ahead. So I'm going to draw this ellipse shape lightly. Woo-hoo! I practiced it in the air. And I'm happy with my placement because I put little tick marks. Voila! Your turn. Not hard and heavy, using the side of your pencil. I'm trying to look and see everyone using the side of their pencil. Some of us are having a harder time than others. Good job, Justin. Side of your pencil. That's why we need a number 2 pencil, because that's all the magic is the side when you shade. Special. Okay, so everybody's drawing that loose ellipse shape. I'm gonna come around and check your work now. Gotta get my steps in. Oh. Oh. Because you're not using the side. I see you use the point of the pencil. Let me go get my pencil.
I should make my baby.
I don't think somebody was listening to me. That's the problem. If you use the side of your pencil, you wouldn't have these problems. You practice loosely in the air.
I said somebody yesterday.
It's dark. How did it get so dark? And it's a bigger ellipse. Look. Oh, bigger. Did you do? I don't see your tick mark. All right. Well, I just helped you out, and then this is. Okay.
I don't know how much.
Ooh.
We're looking like a circle.
Well, remember I was at guidelines? It looked like it was guidelines. All right. Ooh. How about we start from here, 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 here. You show me the. You should, yes, I want to watch you do. You just saw me model. Whatever works. Hurry up! I got a whole class to fill through. Yes, perfect. Okay, gotta go back to
That's
your
really bad.
That's why we're
That's true.
I noticed the people that use the side of their pencil look great.
There's a sharpener right there. Where's the sharpener?
Okay, this is why we
There's
don't
like
use
a
this camera.
bunch right here.
No. Did you use the point? That's the Okay, we're making these squishy. They don't look like ovals. Some of you are drawing circles for the cast shadow. You need to make it wider. Okay? I think this one's great. But this one goes here. So that's all. Great. Okay. It looks like it's got a little junk in its trunk. So I love that. Because it has so much. Your oval was a little flat on the bottom end. Round it. So I'm helping people with little adjustments. I'm doing a great job. Some of us are drawing too heavy and hard. If you draw heavy and hard, it's much harder to edit and erase. Yeah, some of us need a couple of tweaks. So your shadow is as big as mine. No, that's why we put the guideline.
mine?
Yeah.
No, like in general. That's weird. No, but.
Okay. All right. Oh, I lost the shoe. Oh my god. Okay. Good. All right. So I like to do the things that are easy first. It's just how I roll. You ready? Let's do the easy thing first. Well, it's not easy, but it's as light as you can go. That's like 10 times lighter than you just did. I want you to lightly draw a circle in the corner as light as you can. We're mapping out where that highlight's going to be, and you better do it light. I'm going to zoom in. Look at how light I went. And it makes it look like a crescent moon. Okay, I'm going to go a little darker just for you to see, but you're doing this as light as you could possibly go. It's like a backwards C. As light as possible. Not dark. As light as possible. If you go lightly, you never have to erase. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Now I'm going to map out where that cast shadow is, and it's kind of like just a little bit higher than where that oval is right here. So I'm just mapping that out. Okay, that's where the cast shadow, we're mapping out where everything's going to be for shading. Right here, lightly with my pencil. And then I'm looking at the background here. It kind of looks like a transition of where it goes from dark to light. So I'm just looking at this. Okay, I'm putting a little guideline right here and a little guideline right here. Okay, so I'm mapping out where the light and dark's going to go. Lightly. If you can't draw lightly, we're not going to be successful. So we need to master sketching. Sketcherly. And then when you're done, we're going to start shading. I'm going to go at the bottom of my circle and do the easiest thing that I know, and that's that really dark cast shadow. And I'm going to practice circular motions. And I'm just darkening in with the side of my pencil that shadow. Okay? If you have to rotate your paper, rotate your paper. That's what I do. You are working with the side of your pencil at all times, not the point. That way you can get more coverage and it looks more blended. Voila! That's the one I was saying about you. Yeah.
Look at
She
this.
didn't even respond.
Sarah!
Sarah! Sarah! All right.
Mind your business.
You mind yours. in my video. All right, now I'm going back and forth with the side of my pencil lightly. It's kind of like a diagonal C shape here with the side. Okay, we're putting barely any graphite. If you need to sharpen your pencil to get that nice side shading, do what you gotta do. All right. Sarah. All right. And then I'm gonna barely shade this little reflective light like an oval shape. Notice it's much lighter value. This is like a number 2, people. Your cast shadow is a number 6, right? Because we numbered it. You all should know what values you're using. So you look at your values and you think about what it is that we're trying to accomplish here. All right. So now that I did that, let me zoom out a little bit more. I'm going to do a number 6 up on the top with the side of my pencil. Because I want that to be popping. Right, Sarah?
Yes.
You want it popping. There's pencil sharpeners all around the room.
I don't think the ones with the back work.
Oh, let's turn on the light switch. There's like a little switch. Just turn it on. It'll give you power. There should be like a power plug. There's a couple of them, so make sure you got the right ones on. They should be working. Yeah. So now I'm going to this side. Sarah. This is my video. Sarah. This brown cannot sing. Listen to her go. So now we're just trying to mirror that side shade in here. We're not blending yet, so calm down. I'll give you a blending stump later. Right now we're just trying to put down some graphite. We'll blend tomorrow with the blending stump, okay? But we're just trying to get some graphite down. Go in different directions. Do what you gotta do. Heck yeah, Lenny, that's what I want to hear. I'm so glad it's coming out so good. I'm excited for you, buddy. You mean you're learning something new? And you're killing it? I love it. And I'm just kind of going through here. It's kind of fading out a little bit. Oh, yeah, boy. I feel like I need to zoom in on this for you all. Bear with me. There we go. Ooh la la. La 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 la. So it looks kind of scratchily right now because I haven't used my blending stump yet. We'll get there. Not today. And now we're just putting in the graphite and we're practicing using the side of our pencils, not the point. That is what we're trying to master. I promised you I'd teach you a thing or two. It just took me a while to get there.
Can you bring a napkin?
What? Oh, you're talking? Is there a paper clip over there? Paper is keeping there. Okay, people. When you are finished getting this down, you may clean up. The bell is going to ring in roughly 3 minutes. Actually, I lied. 1 minute or 2. I didn't lie. I was just wrong. It happens. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop my video. Number 2 pencils are the bomb. Woohoo! Howdy, hi.